I'll put in plain English exactly what my position is, and if there's anything you disagree with this, please explain to me why I'm wrong. Here are my positions, basically: that lockdowns and government vaccine mandates were wrong and ruined millions of people's lives. That lockdowns did virtually nothing to prevent the spread of COVID, and they were absolute like disaster on every level. That they seem to basically have almost zero effect on the spread of COVID. And the only lockdowns that you could actually argue really did something to prevent the spread of COVID were like basically like the Chinese style, like lockdowns where like true like brutal lockdowns that maybe did limit the spread in certain instances. Of course, once you go to that level of government brutality, the problem you have is now way worse than the problem of COVID, and it kills more people than COVID would have killed. And then it seems like as soon as those lockdowns end, the virus ends up spreading exactly as it was going to anyway. My position is that the vaccines were sold based off lies that they knew were lies, that we have people at Pfizer, doctors on the COVID task force, all admitting that they knew that this claim that it was going to prevent transmission of the virus was complete BS from the beginning. We know that they didn't even study that in the trials leading up to the vaccine. They had absolutely no evidence, yet they looked the American people dead in their eye and told them they were going to force them to get this because it would stop them from transmitting it to other people. That transmission was the entire justification for the vaccine passports and the vaccine mandates, and that was all bullshit, and that it was absolutely fascistic authoritarianism to insist that people take a pharmaceutical product if they want to have their natural rights. My position is that these pharmaceutical companies are criminal, disgusting companies that are in bed with our government, that there's people at the CDC who are taking money from the pharmaceutical companies, and that the whole thing is corrupt as shit. And that, yes, if we had just been a free country this whole time, we would have been much better off. We wouldn't have ruined nearly as many people's lives, and we would have done better against COVID. If you just encouraged people to go for long walks and eat fruit, we would have done better than our response to COVID was. So that's my actual position. If you think anything I'm saying there is wrong, I'm more than happy to argue this out.